Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the channel. My name is Jared. Today we've got a small job to do on the Civic, and it's regarding the proportioning valve. So if you have a Civic or Integra, you're going to have a proportioning valve that looks something like this. This is the one that's on the EG and DC chassis. And the reason today we're going to be doing some work on this proportioning valve is that it's starting to leak. This is a pretty common issue for most people with these cars. They're made in two halves, as you can see here, and there's a seal between them that leaks. The other reason I'm going to be replacing my proportioning valve with this one is that my car has discs on the front and on the rear of the car. And why is that important? Well, these proportioning valves, there's a couple different models depending on what your car originally came with from the factory. You can see there it says 40/40 on the right side at the bottom. That's referring to the proportioning of this master cylinder. So on your brake master here, there's a front and a rear, or a rear and a front, I can't remember which way around they are, that sends fluid to the front and the back. That goes into this proportioning valve, those two, and it splits it into four corners. And what this does is it controls how much pressure goes to the front or the back of the car. And depending on your original brake setup, whether you had drum brakes in the rear or disc brakes in the rear, is going to depend on the proportioning or the ratio of pressure set to the front or the rear. The reason you need the different proportion is that the size of the cylinder for the disc and for the drum is different and needs a different amount of fluid moved when you press on the pedal. And this 40/40 one which I've bought came on a DC2 which had disc brakes. Most EGs, I'm not sure about the EG6, but most EGs are gonna come with drum brakes from factory, which means you're gonna have either a 20/40 or 30/40. As you can see, this one is a 30/40. So this car originally had disc front and drum rears, and that was the proportioning that they had on the car. But since I've upgraded to discs on the rear, I need a proportioning valve that came from a car with discs, which was the DC2. So like I said, I bought this one on Marketplace, and I actually got it rebuilt as well, because the one that was on my car was leaking and I didn't want to put one on that potentially was leaking already. Trying to find seals for these is quite difficult. Ended up getting some seals from a company in Penrith, which is Western Sydney, called Specialty Brake Services. They're just located in North Penrith, and this was part of the kit that they supplied, but they also supplied the other seals, which are these old ones here. There's a couple of single acting seals which go on either side here as well. So these were the old ones which come out. That's part of the new kit. My dad had rebuilt it and he decided to use some different O-rings. Important to note, if you do rebuild these, you need specific seals to go in brake fluid. You can't just put any rubber seal in there because it will degrade and it will swell and it won't seal anymore. So to replace these, it is a bit of a job. As you can see, there's 4 on one side and 2 on the other that need to come off, and I imagine that these probably never come off in the whole life of the vehicle. We also need to drain the fluid out of the master so we don't have all of this fluid leak down the firewall, and we're going to need to re-bleed the brakes after. Now you have the master cylinder reservoir drained. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to move on to undoing all of these fittings here. So I had a strut brace which I've removed. What I would recommend is getting one of these spanners. They're called like a flare spanner or a flare wrench if you're in America, and they've just got an extra side. So it goes over the brake line like that, and then you can slide it over this. This is just going to help prevent you from rounding these fittings because they are usually quite tight. So we're going to need to remove all of them, and then also don't move them because it is important that they go back into the same orientation. Otherwise the proportioning is not going to be right. You could mix front and back and left and right with this. Now you're going ahead and undone all of those fittings, which took me about half an hour. The last step is that nut there and the nut on the left hand side, and this will come off the firewall. Fitting to get it undone is a T30. As you can see there, that little recess that's needed to get inside there to be able to undo this. So next I'm just going to put the bracket on this one to install into the car. So I've got the new valve in now. One thing is to make sure you put it the right way around. Did first install it upside down and had to take it down and put it back in. So I've got all of those tightened up, and then the next thing is we're going to go throw in our brake fluid. For fluid, I'm just going to use this Penrite 600 degree .4 fluid, and this will be fine for me if I decide to take it to the track later on. So to wrap up the video, I went for a drive with the Civic, and my opinion is that there's not a huge difference between the 40/40 and 30/40 which I had. The thing that I did notice was that the pedal is now slightly lower with the same force. And I did re-bleed it to make sure that it wasn't the bleeding that affected it. But it also does feel like there is yet less front bias now, which was the goal of switching to the 40/40. And now the car feels like it brakes a bit more even rather than kind of nose heavy. So do you need the 40/40? No, the 40/30 is still fine to drive on the street, probably even the track, but if you are performance focused and you're looking for the best time or the best feeling on the track, on the street, then the 40/40 is the best way to go. I would highly recommend that if you are planning to swap your one, that you do rebuild it before you put it in, because a lot of them do leak these days. Okay, put a comment down below if this video was helpful for you, if you have some more questions. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you for the next one. Cheers.